Haribol, haribol. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prashtaya, Bhutale, Srimati Siddha Swarupananda, Paramahamsa, Itinamini, Vaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Dvaita Gadadara, Shri Vasudeva Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, I will be continuing reading the teachings of Lord Kapila Dev, the son of Devahuti. Chapter 1. Haribol Sir Dwarkadas, Haribol Sir Clarita, Haribol Ma'am Pinky, Namaste. Chapter 1. Continuation. The young devotees in Krishna consciousness movement are presently worshipping Krishna. What are the signs of a devotee? The actual sign of a devotee is that he is no longer interested in material enjoyment. The disciples of this Krishna consciousness movement do not go to cinemas, restaurants, or clubs. They do not smoke or drink. In European and American countries, all these things are available and are very cheap. But these young people are not interested in them. They are simply interested in sitting on the floor and learning about Krishna consciousness. Why is this? They have actually rejected the material world. When one comes to detest material enjoyment, one can understand that he had advanced spiritually. Spiritual life does not mean taking sannyas and then smoking or drinking tea. One must actually come to detest material life. One comes to lose interest in the material activities and becomes interested only in the understanding of God, the Supreme Being, and His service, as enjoined in Srimad Bhagavatam 5.5.1. Of all living entities who have accepted the material bodies in this world, one who has been awarded this human form should not work hard day and night simply for sense gratification, which is available even for the dogs and hogs that eat stool. The word vidbhuja means stool eaters. Hogs work hard day and night simply eating stool, and because stool contains chemicals, hydrophosphates, the dog gets strength, becomes very fat, and enjoys sex. In any case, human life is not meant for imitating the life of a hog, but for tapas or austerity. Rather, my dear boys, one should engage in penance and austerity to attain the divine position of devotional service. By such activity, one's heart is purified, and one attains this position, he attains eternal, blissful life, which is transcendental to material happiness and which continues forever. Bhagavatam 5.5.1. This is the meaning of Vedic civilization. The society of Varnashram Dharma, composed of Brahmanas, Satriyas, Vaishyas, Sudras, Grihastas, Vanaprastas, Brahmacharis, and Sannyas, is meant to elevate people gradually to the perfect stage of understanding God. The whole aim of the different varnas and ashrams is the worship of the Supreme Lord. One can attain this understanding through this social system, which admits of gradation. When one comes to school, he begins with the first grade, then progresses to the second, third, and so forth. In this way, one makes progress. When human society accepts Varnashram Dharma, it can gradually come to the understanding of Brahman. By birth, everyone is a Sudra. Therefore, everyone has to be educated. The word Dividya means twice born. One is first born through the womb of a mother, and one's next birth is given by the spiritual master and Vedic knowledge. Vedic knowledge is the mother, and the spiritual master is the father. When one is twice born, Dividya, he receives a sacred thread from the spiritual master and begins to learn about spiritual life. He is then allowed to read the Vedic literatures. In this way, one becomes a son of Vedic literature. Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of Vedic culture. It is a wish-fulfilling tree, and we can take whatever we want from it. Vedic knowledge is perfect, and if we want to come to know it, we must take shelter of a bona fide guru. Unfortunately, in this age, everything is mismanaged. People forget the aim of life, and at such a time, the Supreme Lord Himself comes. The Supreme Lord descends out of compassion because He is more anxious to have us return home back to Godhead than we are to go. Because we are in ignorance, we do not know anything about the kingdom of God. We know nothing about how to get there or how to become happy. We have forgotten all this. Therefore, Krishna comes at intervals or sends his representative, the pure devotee. Sometimes he comes personally and sometimes he sends his incarnation. Kapila Dev is an incarnation of the Supreme Person, Krishna. Therefore, it is stated, Kapilas Tattva Sankyata Bhagavan Atma Mayaya. The word Maya means not only illusion, but also affection and energy. When Krishna comes, his energies also come. It is not that he is forced to come. We have to accept a certain type of body because we are forced to do so. But this is not the case with Sri Krishna. Presently, I may have a human form, but in the future, I cannot demand a human form. We receive bodies in the next life according to karma, not will. One cannot demand to be a high court judge unless one has been educated for the job. First of all, one must become qualified. If one qualifies himself, one may become a devata, a demigod like Indra or Chandra. Or one can become a dog or a cat. That depends on one's karma or activities. When Krishna or his incarnation come, they do not depend on karma for their bodies. The Supreme Lord is above karma and is fully independent. It is therefore said, Atma Mayaya. The Supreme Lord comes by His own energy, not by the external energy or by force. When the governor visits the prison, he is not forced to do so. He is not to be considered a condemned person. Rather, he goes by his own goodwill just to see how things are going on. However, it is understood that when an ordinary person is placed in jail, he is sent there by force because he has been proven a criminal. A criminal may think that he and the governor are one, just as rascals and fools think that Krishna is one of them. A knowledgeable person knows that when Krishna or his incarnation descends upon the material world, the Supreme Lord maintains his transcendental position. He is not an ordinary man, nor he is forced into the material world due to karma. The Supreme Lord comes by his own goodwill. Rascals cannot understand what Krishna is. Therefore, they think that Krishna is a human being. As Krishna himself states in Bhagavad Gita, out of many thousands among men, one may endeavor for perfection, and of those who have achieved perfection, hardly one knows me in truth. Understanding Krishna is therefore not so easy. As stated by Krishna, out of many thousands, one person may become a Siddha, a self-realized being, and out of many Siddhas, one may be able to understand Krishna. It is our great fortune that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna himself, has appeared and given us a very easy process by which we can understand Krishna. What is that process? We need only hear about Krishna. That's all. We have therefore opened all these centers of Krishna consciousness throughout the world. Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma, Super Soul, is in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. Bhagavatam 1:2-17. If we hear about Krishna, we become purified. Hearing about Krishna means associating with Krishna. In this way, we may perfect our lives. Haribo, Haribo.